All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It is week 5. Welcome to the Regal Eagle podcast. I'm your host, Dennis Morton, and we are here today to talk about the week 5 matchup against who? The LA Rams. Want to give a shout out to the other podcast that I'm on. It's called Sports Laugh and Chill. For those who don't know, it's another podcast that has a whole bunch of Niners fans. It has uh, Falcons fans. It has Rams fans. It has myself on there. If you ever have the opportunity, go in and check out some of those um, shows that we had in the past, and feel free to check out some of my older shows as far as the Eagles concerned here on this podcast. By all means, I try to go in every week with a post game and a pregame, or a pregame and a post game show. So here's the pregame show, and we got a couple topics to talk about. We got to talk about Matthew Stafford. Got to talk about Aaron Donald, Kobe Dean. Got to talk about that, and we have to talk about this whole Fletcher Cox situation. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. But before we do that, I need you to go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live with my guests. If I have some calls on the show, that's cool. If not, guess what? You're here with me, and that's all that you need to do is be here with me. All right. Again, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into it and post the first question of the day. And the question is, will our defense keep Matthew Stafford on the move and make him throw the ball out of the pocket? So I feel as though, me personally, I feel like leaving him as a pocket passer is going to hurt us. Uh, Matthew Stafford, his feet, moving his feet back and forth. No, his feet movement aren't isn't it's just not, it's not the best. And because it's not the best, we have to get him out of the pocket and get him moving. So if we can get Matthew Stafford to move out of the pocket, don't let him step up, but just have him move from side to side, then let him step up and get him to where he has to throw on the run and has to, acapella some of this stuff. I feel as though those will be some of our better plays, and those will be times where we can collaborate. Well, not collaborate. We can, uh, we can take over games that way. That's just how I feel. I feel like if we can get him out of the pocket, get him uncomfortable early and quick, he'll be prone to some of those bad balls being thrown, potential picks. Cooper Cup, good chance he's probably going to be back. Looking at the injury report, I think yesterday. I know. I'm sorry. I think today he had a full practice today, I believe. So I don't believe that he's gonna not play. I believe that he's gonna play, and I believe they're gonna go to him early. Big play Slay. He's going to be on him, but at the same time, we have to understand that Cooper Cup hasn't played in a minute, so we got to press that dude, get him off the ball, get him off his mark, get him frustrated, get Matthew Stafford frustrated, and take advantage on some of those ill-advised passes that he could potentially throw out of the pocket. That's just me. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? What's up, King James? You know what I'm saying? Eagle, Eagle, Eagles. That's what's up. I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. If we can get him out of the pocket, I think we'll be fine. As long as our linebackers hold up, like Reed Blankenship stays disciplined, cuts off those running lanes and things like that, I think we'll be fine. But I do feel though as though it's going to be a close game. That's just me. I feel like it's literally going to be one of those field goal type wins, just like we had against the Commanders. I hope it's not like that, but then again, people have to understand we're in their house. I'm saying we're playing by their rules, and I don't want to hear it from other Eagles fans about, oh, we gotta play them and we gotta play the refs. We should never have to put things like that in the refs' hands. That's just me. If you're playing the game is played to perfection. If you're not gonna play to perfection, and if you're gonna create penalties and things of that nature, guess what? What they're gonna call them. It's Nick Sirianni's job to challenge those things. It's not you. It's not us. But so if we put the game in the refs' hands, we'll lose. You're going to lose that battle no matter what team you're playing for. So you can't do that. And those are wise words from Coach George. I'm saying shout out to Coach George. So again, if we can go ahead and eliminate some of those things and get this man moving out the pocket, get him scrambling, I feel like our D line will take advantage of that and will come out victorious. If you got any questions or comments, feel free to post them in the comment section. Uh, do you think we will get DRY? You got. I need full names, King James. I need I need full names. I'm all over the place right now on this podcast, so you just gotta understand, man. Just give me the full name, bro. Sorry, man. Uh, but yeah, like I said, because here's the deal. Here's the deal. Matthew Stafford's pocket presence. Now, y'all have to understand. This man is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Yeah, it took him a few years to get it done. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? He got it done. So people can say what they want about him. The man's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and you'll never be able to take that from him. It's our job to get him off that mark and win a game. Because contrary to popular belief, we have a serious road ahead of us in 2 more weeks, or starting in 2 weeks. After this week, we got the Jets, I believe. Then after the Jets, then we got the Cowboys at home. So the start of that Cowboys game is the start of the gauntlet. We all know. We all know that. So when it's all said and done, we have to win these games early because we're going to lose a game against who knows, but we're going to win one. The only team that hasn't won a game is the 76 Dolphins. So guess what? Brady won every game up until the Super Bowl, almost made it perfect, but guess what? Thank God the Giants killed it. So when it's all said and done, we have to literally win as many games early as we can and hope for the best that some of our NFC East components and NFC opponents, not components, opponents, lose games. If we can do that and stay ahead of the schedule, all I want and all I'm shooting for right now is to win the East. That's all I want. If we can win the East, cool, we win the East. Now you go for what? Uh, the NFC Championship. If we can do that, cool. Now guess what? First round bye. So it's NFC Championship, first round bye. That's why I'm looking at things. So let's start off with NFC Championship. Don't look no further than that. All eyes focus on NFC Championship. We get there, we're good. Because guess what? I feel like even if we make it to the playoffs, I feel like we can beat some of the teams that are in the NFC that are gonna make it to the playoffs. And just FYI, Sam, your Vikings ain't gonna be one of them. They ain't gonna be one of them. Just know that. Um, so who do I think will be defensive rookie of the year? Oh, come on, man. You already know who's gonna be defensive rookie of the year. Defensive rookie of the year is gonna be Jalen Carter. We all know this. Come on, man. Like goes without saying. I don't even think we have to worry about it. Think about it. Jalen Carter's numbers right now are as good or just at the same level of Aaron Donald right now. And we're gonna get into that a little bit later on the show. So yeah, defensive rookie of the year. Come on, man. It's gonna be Jalen Carter. We all know this. At least it better be. Pending he doesn't get hurt, injuries, things like that. If he continues on the road of success that he's been on the past 4 games, going into this game, 5 games, if he does that, he will definitely be defensive rookie of the year without no questions asked. You can book it, like my homeboy Rod say. You can book that. He's going to be defensive rookie of the year. And if he doesn't, I would love to see who's going to be defensive rookie of the year over him because I want to see their numbers in comparison to his. That's just me. So, all right, moving on. Will our defense keep Matthew Stafford on the I'm sorry. Oop, not moving on. Skirt. Stop that. Let me get that out of here. All right. Okay, so speaking of Jalen Carter, who will have the better defensive matchup when it comes to Aaron Donald and Jalen Carter, and who will come out with better numbers this game? And when I say this game, because just like I said earlier, people have to understand, you know, the whole Aaron Donald era, Jalen Carter era, just like I said before, they are one and the same right now. You know what I'm saying? As far as numbers are concerned, what I'm saying? Aaron Donald has one or two numbers better than Jalen Carter, and Jalen Carter has one or two numbers better than Aaron Donald. But everyone say that we have a young man's Aaron Donald. So if Aaron Donald at one point in time was the best player in all of the NFL, Jalen Carter could potentially do that as well, or be right behind him, or could potentially be better than him. When it comes to the defensive matchups, something like that. But another thing that some people look at and they don't understand is your schedule. You know what I'm saying? We can have a weaker schedule. Jalen Carter can put up more numbers, but obviously the schedule is going to determine things like that. So Aaron, I know I'm not 100% sure what the Rams schedule looks like because I just haven't paid any attention to it. However, people are going to look at that and they're going to take that into consideration when it comes to Jalen Carter's numbers. But in this game, Aaron Donald is going against a mobile quarterback who can throw out of the pocket and put and stay in the pocket and still pick people apart as well. I'm saying with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts he's a dynamic quarterback. Matthew Stafford again, he's a Super Bowl winning slash caliber quarterback. Now, when it comes to those two people individually, Aaron Donald is going to have to outplay Jalen Carter, and Jalen Carter is going to have to outplay Aaron Donald, along with their supporting cast. So this is just me. Defensive line to versus defensive line. I feel as though the Philadelphia Eagles definitely win that battle. Definitely. Now, do I think that it could potentially that it's damaging that that we're going to have a player out, and we'll get to that in the next question or the next topic. Is that going to hurt us? It's definitely gonna sting. It's gonna definitely gonna sting. Will it hurt? I don't know about hurting, but it's definitely gonna sting. So Aaron Donald and Jalen Carter. I right now when it comes to defensive matchups, per versus each team, I feel like Jalen Carter has the edge because he has a better supporting cast. I'm not saying that he cannot put up the same numbers as Aaron Donald, but I just feel like Aaron Donald is going to have to do a whole lot more to get to the quarterback versus Jalen Carter. Not have he's going to do just as much, but he's not going to have to work as hard because of their young O line. So things like that always have are kind of play a real it tugs on my heart a little bit because I want Jalen Carter to do well, but I want him to do well up against a team that is definitely a contender. And I am in no way, shape, or form saying that the Rams are not a contender because everybody's a contender. It's only week 5. I'm saying the Falcons went 0-5 and end up going to the playoffs. So you can't really say you can't count any team out as of right now. I just think that Jalen Carter, when it's all said and done, he'll put up better numbers when it comes to this game. Um, I feel like Aaron Donald, he may get a couple, he may get 3 or 4 hurries. Uh, Jalen Carter get probably 6 hurries this game. I feel like Jalen Carter's going to get 1.5, maybe 2 sacks, and I feel like Aaron Donald could potentially get a sack, but I feel like Jalen Hurts is going to get sacked, but it won't be by Aaron Donald. He may get a hurry and a pressure, and maybe a hit here and there, but I feel like the double team is gonna negate that factor for him when it comes to our offensive. I'm sorry, yeah, our offensive line, their offensive line. And again, that's just because of the age and the youth. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Who knows? It could potentially go the complete wrong way. But I will tell you this: between myself and Dan the man, if you don't know who he is, by all means go to Sports Life and Chill. Check out Dan. Dan's my boy, man. He's the ultimate troll master. He's gonna troll you no matter what. But I tell you what, Dan, hey, y'all better tell you what, for the sake of argument, y'all better win. Because if you don't, oh boy, I got something for you. Ooh. If y'all don't win me up, boy, I got something for you. I got something for you. Trust me, bro. Trust me, I got something for you. And it ain't gonna be nice. It is not gonna be nice at all. I have it ready. I'm not gonna say I have it ready, but I got it on deck if anything happens and it does not go y'all's way. I got it on deck. Just trust and believe. You can book that. It's going to be what's up, Cuzzo? What's going on? Everybody, that's my little cuz Paula. What's up, Cuzzo? But yeah, like I said, man, you better you better be ready because boy, Dan, ooh, it's gonna be ugly for you if y'all don't win this game. And to be honest, like I said, it's gonna be a very, very close game. I feel like like what I say. I think I said what is it, 27-30. I think I said on Sports Live and Chill on the other podcast. So yeah, I think it'd be 27-30. we'll win by a field goal, and I feel like the field goal is going to be a last second field goal from us with like maybe I don't know, maybe a minute 20 left on the clock. Y'all do, take it to fourth down and uh, get take a sack or incomplete pass to call it if we take over on downs in the game. I feel like that's how it's going to happen, or at least I hope that's how it's going to happen. But I'm pretty confident that we'll walk away successful on this game, and that's just how I feel. But again, if you don't feel that way, by all means let me know how you feel in the comments. Let me know what your scores are going to be. Give me some predictions, sacks, strips, fumbles, interceptions, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to hear them. I want to see what y'all got. That's it. I just want to see. Yeah. Um. Also, how do y'all feel about that Saints signing? I can't remember what anybody's name because I don't want to take away from looking right now, but how do y'all feel about that Saints signing? But we got from the Saints, if y'all out there. I'd love to see and hear what y'all got going on when it pertains to that. But yeah, like I said, who will come better numbers? When it's all said and done, I feel like Jalen Carter is going to come out on top with better numbers than Aaron Donald this game, only because again, Aaron Donald he's going up against a way better defense than he's been up against in previous games before this one. So I feel like Aaron Donald he'll put up decent numbers this game, but I feel like Jalen Carter is going to put up better numbers, in the long run. Okay, all right, Paulie. Paulie says 35-28 Eagles. Sounds about right. That's a good number, 20 35. But 35 points, that's a lot. I mean, I just want to see how the Rams defensive because I don't again I haven't looked at the Rams all season, but I would love to know how their corners and how their DBs are looking and how their linebackers are looking because I definitely think that in order for us to establish a good passing game, we have to run Swift and we have to run Swift right at Aaron Donald, run right at him. Don't try to sidestep him. Run it right at him because they're going to double team him. And if we can double team that guy and get him pushed out the way, and once Swift breaks through that line and makes it to the secondary, I think we'll be good every time. But as long as we establish that run like we plan on and like I hope we will, I don't think we'll have no problems after that. Scoring touchdowns and securing time of possession and things like that on the field. So if we can get that stuff done and we can get that popping, I will be more than happy no matter what. No matter how I don't like to say it no matter how the game turns out, but I definitely feel as though the Eagles will be successful in the run game, and that everyone knows, as long as you have a successful run game, then you absolutely will have a better passing game because a successful run game open up the pass. It always happens. It's gonna pull those DBs up closer, and the second you do that, that's when the dings and dunks and the high plays and the deep ball throws, all that stuff happens. So if we can establish a run like I know we will, I feel like we'll be fine. Now also those dings and dunks from their offense, I feel like it's gonna hurt us. It's been hurting us all season long. It's been a known thing. Don't let these dings and dunks and these little quick out routes, what I'm saying, hurt us, and it's been hurting us on defense. You know, I don't understand how Sean Desai doesn't see that, but it has. People can say what they want, but at the same time, on those little dings and dunks, when those receivers and those running backs get out there in open field, for some reason, those missed tackles they just happen. I don't know why they happen, but they do, and I just don't understand for the life of me how is it that these things just continuously happen. It's like it happens over and over and over again. So how on earth and how and why do these missed tackles happen when on screenplays? We have to figure out how to get our DBs in a good position to where if they catch the ball in front of you, swarm the ball, wrap up, and tackle. I'm so sick of tackling with your shoulder blades bumping them out of bounds. Like tackle them. They teach you in Pop Warner, wrap up. That's the first thing you say. Your mom and daddy taught you to. wrap up. But guess what? We don't do it. Next thing you know, you got babies out there and the ball's going down the field. Happens all the time. So for us, we just have to ensure that we keep the ball in front of us. Don't stop allowing those 4 and 5 yard dinks and dunks. You know what I'm saying? Pressure the quarterback, get him off his mark, and we'll win the game. If we can get Matthew Stafford to get off his mark and get him uncomfortable, because again, his footwork is not the best. It's a known thing. It's not the best. So, but if we can get him off his mark, get him moving, we'll be all right. Again, if you're out there and you haven't done it yet, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn those notifications on, and cut them on always and everything. That way you get all the new updates on when I'm going to go live and what we're talking about. And I think maybe next show I might put the question and topics out there so that you already know what we're about to talk about next show. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Hmm. All right. With Fletcher Cox being out this week's game, because Fletcher Cox, he didn't practice Friday, so it's a good possibility he's probably not going to play. Uh, how will Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis work as a tandem alongside BG and Josh Sweat against the young offensive line? So Milton Williams is the second string behind Fletcher Cox, but I just feel like they're gonna move Jalen Carter over as a D tackle, pull Jordan Davis up, and have them work in tandem. Now, if they don't do that, and they do put Milton Williams in, that's fine, man. I mean, he's the second string, but I just feel as though if they know that it's a better combination to put Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis in at the same time, because when it's all said and done, who are you gonna double up on? You're either gonna chip shot one of them and double up on the other one, but if you chip shot one and you let one go, either one of them go. If you double up on Jordan Davis, guess what? You're gonna chip on Jalen, and Jalen's coming. Jalen's coming. Trust and believe he's on. He is a freight train directly to your quarterback. And again, what would that cause? Cause him to get out of the pocket. Cause him to scramble. Contain DBs. Contain corners. Contain. You know what I'm saying? And swarm the ball. I know I'm saying it like it's easy, but in this game, hopefully it should be. As long as you contain, and we all know the ends, that's their job. Contain them, contain them. Don't let them drive, don't go down the field. If he comes at you, make sure you tackle him. I'm saying it's simple. Don't go for the fake and all that mess. Contain, contain, contain. So again, double up on Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter's coming at you. Double up on Jalen Carter, trust and believe Jordan Davis is coming at you. All arms included. That man's arms are for real. So at that time, I just like it, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, BG, Josh Brett, that is a powerful four young men right there. Them boys are smart, they're seasoned to perfection. These boys are gonna be doing work. So again, putting Milton Williams in, it'll downgrade our D lines slightly, but I don't think that Nick Sirianni and Sean Desai is going to go with that combination. I feel like they're going to move Milton into uh as a rest package for Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. So he'll definitely get some snaps in, but at the same time, I just feel like they're going to go with those four right there: Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, BG, and Josh Sweat. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, BG gets a couple of pressures, a sack here and there. And I hope Joshua Sweat he gets a couple of nobodies. You know what I'm saying? And Tony De Jesus, you already know what I'm talking about when I say nobodies. A nobody is a sack. If Sweat gets a sweat, he's already does a nobody. That's right, nobody. So if Josh Sweat gets a few nobodies, I'll be happy because we all know. Shout out to uh, the Philly Freak Nation and Lavelle Lee for the whole nobody. I get that from him. He's a good dude, man. I had him on a show a couple of weeks ago. Real good dude, man. Chopped it up. Told us about his stream that he has. And for those who don't who aren't able to watch uh, TV or watch the Eagles game just due to your location, if you're on, feel free to go to Facebook and look at the Philly Freaks Nation, the Green Stream, and Lavelle Lee. He streams every single Eagles game, gives you good commentary. It's good. It's good conversation, good laughs. You know what I'm saying? So if you're ever out there, go ahead You know what I'm saying? Hook up with that. Join his stream on Facebook, and trust me, you won't be disappointed. He does very very good commentary throughout the game. All right, but yeah, but Fletcher Cox, though, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna sting that he's out. That's veteran leadership right there. It just is. It's veteran leadership. He's going to make sure that people are where they need to be on each plays. He's definitely. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if he's a signal caller, but he's definitely uh, needed and wanted on that defensive line during the game. So Fletcher, if you're out there, man, get better, heal up, come back, and help us get to the ultimate goal, which is the Super Bowl. But bottom line is, what I'm saying, we just want you healthy. No matter when you come back, we just want you 100%. All right. So, and again, with their young offensive line, sometimes you got to go through growing pains. And in this situation, we have a young offensive line too, but we have a couple of veterans up in there. We got a couple. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to their D line, the only big name that you really know is Aaron Donald. That to me. Now they may have, now the LA Rams fans may say, oh, well, they got this person, but when they come to LA Rams, the only person on defense I really know, excuse me, I apologize for that, but the only big name I know is Aaron Donald. So, and he ain't no slouch. So if we can contain him and get him off his mark and make sure that man cannot eat off us, and guess what? We'll be good. Run the ball, contain. You know what I'm saying? Fundamentals football. We can do that. We'll be all right, folks. We will be just fine. Trust me. Trust me. All right. All right. Moving on. Moving on to the last topic. All right. When looking at the past injury history of Nicholas, past history, is Nicholas Morrow replacing the Kobe Dean after this year as a starter? Now, that question is a question I came up with because looking at N'Kobe Dean's past history, when he was in Georgia, I'm saying looking at his past history as an NFL pro player, like we just knew this man was going to come out and do something. But this man literally has uh been non-existent like the year. Like Nicole, like we need you to play, bro. And if Nicholas Morrow's coming out there and he's producing, your chances of being the number one safety out there is slimming down, bro. Because we got Sidney Brown. That man is a dog, and I mean a D-O-double-G dog. Snoop at its finest. That man's a dog. So N'Kobe, if your health doesn't sustain and get better, trust and believe Sidney Brown's coming for that job. Can't get mad with that man. That man balled out in preseason. He balled out both games that he played until he got hurt. But that's one injury in comparison to how many that you've had. And your injury history was an issue, and we took a chance on you signing you. So we need you to play, bro. We really do. We need you to play, and it's simple as that. No holds barred. We need you to play. If you're not out there and you're letting these other people get your snaps and take away from your time, all you're doing is letting them shine. So if you don't want to play, if you're injured, okay, you're injured. It's whatever. But don't get mad when these other young men come out here and compete for that job and they win it over you because I'm telling you now, man. Again, like I said earlier, Sidney Brown is a dog. He's a Snoop dog. So, and he's aggressive. I'm saying he's willing to take chances, and a lot of his aggressiveness and chances that he takes pay off. But you can't pay off on the sideline, bro. You can't pay off. So I'm curious to know like what y'all think as far as Nicholas Morrow replacing Kobe Dean as a starter, as starting safety. That's just me. I mean, Nicholas Morrow, he's doing his thing right now. He's been on every snap that he's been on ever since. So I don't understand if I'm not 100% sure if y'all understand that, but that man he's not playing either. So N'Kobe, hey, I need you to get with it, bro. I really do. Um, I love to hear y'all's comments, but yeah, like I said, predictions. So Paula says 38, 35, 28. I say 27-30. I definitely feel we'll score close to 30, if not more than 30 points. We'll definitely be close. I just don't see their DBs really holding down AJ and uh, Devontae Smith. And just like last year, AJ had a big game, and right after he had his big game, Devontae had a big game. So I'm curious to know if Devontae Smith is going to have a big blowout game this day, that on Sunday, the same way AJ did. I'm curious to know because I feel as though we he Jalen Hurts looked at AJ last game. What I think he had 4 or 5 targets. AJ had about 6. So, but AJ obviously, I want to say AJ had, I think he was an offensive player of the game. I think like 179 yards, something like that last game. So somewhere around there, 170 something. So I feel as though this week is going to be all Devontae Smith. It's going to be Devontae Smith all game. Jalen's gonna be trying to spread the ball around, get Dallas Covert hopefully involved this game. Dallas Covert's been a little, I'm not gonna say he's been non-existent, but he's had limited touches the past 2 games. And we need him out there too. So if we can get those dings and dunks off them, that'd be great. The same way they're gonna try to get them off us. So when it's all said and done, like I said, I say, 27-30 Eagles. Paul says 20-35, 28 Eagles. My homeboy Dan says it's gonna be I want to say he said 21-27, uh something like that. I want to say he said 21-27 Rams, but again, he's a Rams fan. So, but he said my man's, regardless. But he posed some good topics and some good, numbers wise, as far as numbers are concerned. He may have Jalen Hurts in certain areas, but again, we already know that defense wins championships. So if our defense can sustain, I'm truly believe that they will this game, are we going to give up a couple of plays? I'm not gonna say we're going to give up a lot, but we're going to give up, one or maybe two big plays that game. That's it. But out of those big plays, I feel like at least one of those big plays will turn into a touchdown, and the other one will turn into a field goal. That's how I feel. Am I worried about this game? I'm not worried at all. I just feel like that, do they pose a challenge to us? Yeah, they're gonna challenge us, but I don't think we have nothing to worry about as far as winning the game. It's gonna be close, but I do feel as though we're gonna win the game. But other than that, man, that's really kind of all I have today. Real quick, something real nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here getting ready for birthday parties and such. So I'm out here. But like I said, if you got anything to say, any comments, concerns, feel free to post them in the comment section. Let's get to it. Let me hear what you got. The the one of the questions, the first topic was, will our defense keep Matthew Stafford on the move and make him throw the ball out of the pocket? For those who don't know, that's one question. Second question or topic was, who will have a better defensive matchup when it comes to Aaron Donald and Jalen Hurts, as far as on the defensive side of the ball for each team? Who's going to have better numbers when it comes between the both of them? Um, with Fletcher Cox being out this week, how will Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis work as a tandem alongside BG and Josh Sweat against that young offensive line? You know what I'm saying? That's another question. And then the last question was looking at the past history, injury history. Is Nicholas Morrow replacing Kobe Dean after this year as a starter? Curious to know what y'all thoughts are. Go ahead, like I said, when you get finished after watching this, if you got any questions, feel free to hit me up hit me up on any platform. Instagram, Twitter, it's all at the bottom of the ticker scrolling across the bottom. Hit me up on all platforms. Trust me, I'll respond and let y'all know what I think, and let y'all know my insight on these things. So with that being said, appreciate y'all coming out. God bless. And guess what? We're gonna have to say good night to y'all because the show is now over. Peace.
Othello on the beat.